Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Dawn Buckingham, your state senator for District 24. It's an honor and joy to be with you today. My daughter is a 2020 graduating senior, so I can fully empathize with what you and your parents are going through. These are trying times, to say the least. Often in graduation speeches, the speaker starts out with something along the lines, "You are the future." I am here to tell you that you are not the future. You are the now. Today you start your path into adulthood and impacting the world around you. Whether you're career-bound or furthering your education, every choice you make now has long-reaching impact. I am blessed to have long-term friends from my childhood. If you ask them, they would tell you I was a feisty kid that insisted on doing things the hard way, and I would never accept help or back down. In fact, one of my nicknames was Muscles. I earned this nickname because whether it was a job on the ranch, an academic challenge, or a sport I was playing, I put my full strength and effort into it. I never backed down or gave up. While most girls were playing with dolls, I was playing kickball with all the boys. I was determined to be tougher than they were. These ingrained personality characteristics have both caused me great pain and served me well over time. Along the way, I have been blessed by many great mentors, and I have learned many lessons. My plan today is to share some of those with you in the hope that they are helpful. I myself graduated high school with a dream to be a physician, but the reality was there was not enough money to put me through college. Ultimately, I ended up living at home, working 2 jobs, and through sheer grit and determination got into medical school. Debt-free, by the way. Fast forward many years, and I'm a young ophthalmologist just starting practice. I was in the office when an irate patient who was cursing at me and calling me names. She was yelling at me, saying she would have my medical license taken away because there was an elephant in the operating room when she was having her eye surgery. Needless to say, it was a long, painful conversation. After completing that encounter, I went in to see my next patient. As he was in the adjacent room, he had overheard much of the conversation. I was rather upset, and the advice he gave me truly helped. He said, "Doctor, I live by 4 principles that I would like to share with you. 1. Always do your best. It doesn't mean that everything will be your best, as sometimes you're more capable of performing than others, but always do your best possible at that given moment. 2. Tell the truth. This one causes a lot of pain, but it's worth it. To always strive to be as honest as possible takes grit. I have found there are many that do not want to hear my honest opinion, but in the end, it is better to be truthful. 3. No, not everything is about you. This is what helped me put that patient visit in perspective. Clearly, my patient was having a bad day and lashing out at me, and obviously there was not an elephant in her operating room. Her criticism had nothing to do with my performance as a physician, but had everything to do with what was going on in her head at the time. In other words, do not take things personally. And 4, never harbor a broken spirit. Life is going to knock you down. However, when you get knocked down, it's okay to take a moment to lament that. But after a short lament, stand up, brush yourself off, and fight again. Every failure is a learning opportunity. Seize that opportunity, learn from the situation, and move on. I recognize that you each are facing unique challenges. One of the challenges we all face is division from one another. I call this the us versus them movement. For example, many entities from social media, regular media, political parties, industries, and individuals thrive on division and sensationalism. The more sensational the story, the more attention or higher ratings or money or power they get. This movement trounces freedom of speech and sends a message that if anyone expresses a difference of opinion, they should be disliked because they are not like, quote, us. I would advise you to be watchful for things that divide us from one another. Be wary of people that have negative, divisive things to say. I would encourage you to think of us as we. Do we agree on everything? No. Should we agree on everything? I would answer no. Should we respect each other's differences and opinions? I would say yes. I have to say, all of the graduating classes, yours will think about and appreciate your graduation the most. Why do I say this? It's because your traditional graduation has been taken away from you. Previous classes have been annoyed about their parents making them go to family dinners or taking lots of pictures with every aunt and family friend. Addressing invitations when the senior wanted to be hanging out with their friends was always a chore. Oftentimes, we do not know how important something is until it is taken away. I wish I could give you the traditional graduation, but I can't. Hopefully this video at least checks the long, boring graduation speech box for you. May you achieve your dreams, may you never harbor a broken spirit, and may you seek unity and look for things to appreciate in people different from you. May God bless you, your family, and the great state of Texas.